Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Tuesday afternoon. Welcome into the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I'm Andy Graham. Alongside Brett Pritchard, we'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We'll talk about our sponsors coming up. We got some great ones out there. Love for you to go and check each and every one of those out one day this week if you can. They support us, and we'd love for you to support them. Looks like LSU in control right now in the top of the eighth. Although UCLA does have two on, it's an 8-4 score there in the College World Series. That was the talk of the town yesterday. Unfortunately, Auburn not in the College World Series, but Gage Wood throwing a no-hitter.
That's unbelievable.
Striking out 19 batters doing
unbelievable.
It was one of the best pitching performances I think I've ever seen in college baseball. It was really incredible. So, and the only reason it wasn't a perfect game is because he hit two guys. He hit one guy in the eighth and one guy in the ninth. Turns out the guy in the ninth they ended up calling out.
Right, he leaned
into it, but still, nonetheless. Arkansas is still in it. Coastal Carolina 2-0. If LSU wins today, they'll be 2-0. But you'll have Oregon State and Louisville at 1 o'clock, and then Arkansas will take on the loser of the UCLA LSU game. And that will be – now it's 8-5. Look out, Brett. 8-5. So look out for UCLA. They still got two on and two out in the top of the eighth. That game not over yet for sure. So we'll talk about those a little bit more. You and Faith talked a lot about Baylor today, setting that game up. That I think everybody kind of looks at that. We've set that up as that's the most important game of the season. If you don't win that one, you can recover certainly, but
you can.
I don't think it's good. It starts off on a bad note, and I don't think things get any better, to be perfectly honest.
Well, you go back and watch the pod from this morning if you didn't get a chance, or listen to what you and I are about to say. It's just kind of get the best of both worlds. It really does boil down to that, and I know people are tired of hearing me the last 2 or 3 weeks talk about just win and it'll cure everything, but it really is where we are. I mean, I think that the recruits that are looking at Auburn right now really like Auburn. We hear that all the time, but I think there's a lot of guys. I can go down a list of probably 10 4- and 5-star guys that really like Auburn and aren't willing to make a decision right now on Auburn and may not even choose Auburn right now when they make a commitment, but a lot will hinge their final decision on who they sign with will have a lot to do with what Auburn does this season.
And rightly so.
And rightly so, because, I'm kind of the show me state right now, Missouri, and I've said that since day one. We do, about this time of year, start, our roster looks pretty good, and that schedule sets up pretty good. I remember the conversation last year. All first 4 or 5 games at home, whole month of September. Good Lord, man, we're going to start off 5-0. Well, we're going to be rolling. They didn't even have a winning record.
You got Missouri, you got Kentucky, you got Vandy, all three.
Yeah, you would take those on any given year. I know Missouri's been a little bit better, but you take that any given year, right?
We lost 2 or 3 of those, by the way.
Well, I mean, again, you still take those teams versus Tennessee, Florida, and LSU. Would you trade those 3 for those 3? All right, so point being, you take those 3. Can't help that you didn't actually get the job done. But going back to the Baylor game, literally starting if you start off like Justin sent a message on the podcast. He said, who would you rather lose to? Baylor, Oklahoma. I'd rather not lose to either. But
I had my
he
choice,
said he would rather lose to Baylor and beat Oklahoma and start off 1-0 in the SEC. I said, I really don't think you beat Oklahoma if you lose to Baylor. And I said, I think it kind of correlates. Now, you can lose to Oklahoma, then maybe win the Texas A&M game, whatever. But I think if you lose to Baylor, you come home for 2 home games against teams you should close your eyes and beat. And then you turn around and you got to go on the road for Oklahoma and Texas A&M. And then if you happen to lose those 2 games, Andy, all of a sudden you look up and you're 2-3, and you hadn't beaten anybody. And no offense to South Alabama fans, but you ain't beaten anybody. And then you got a week off in Georgia coming in. I mean, you look at a total disaster.
Yeah.
But then on the flip side, looking at this thing with the glass half full, beat Baylor, come home, beat 2 teams you're supposed to beat, go on the road to Oklahoma now. Now all of a sudden you're 3-0. I don't know what Oklahoma's record will be at that point, but now Jackson Arnold returns to his old stomping grounds. You don't think he's going to be motivated to play well, do you? The whole perception's different, right? Depending on what you've done. I just think, again, one game doesn't make a season, but it sure can steer the bus in a direction. You lose to Baylor, you feel like you're climbing uphill the entire first half of the season.
Here's some expert analysis, Brett. If you beat Baylor, you got a chance to start 5-0. If you lose to Baylor, you have no chance to start 5-0. Okay?
The old wise one over here with some great.
It's important. It is critical that Auburn beats Baylor. Okay? Because I'm with you. If you lose that game, you're not going. You're not going to beat Oklahoma and Texas A&M.
No.
You could beat one of them.
Right.
You're not going to beat them both on the road.
No.
I agree. Baylor should not be thought of as a South Alabama or a Ball State.
Right.
Baylor could win the Big 12. They're that good this year. They could beat an Arizona State. They could beat whoever, I don't know, whoever's even otherwise predicted. But I think a lot of people are saying, I think even Phil Steele maybe predicted Baylor to win the Big 12.
Phil Steele did predict Baylor.
So that's legitimate. Auburn, if you go out there and beat them, if you go out there and lose to them because they're a better team, then you're not going. You're about a 4-4 SEC team at best, maybe a 3-5 in the league
at best.
So that's who we are. I hope we're better than that. I think we've got the talent to be better than that, but we haven't shown it on the field.
Well, it just again, I know that we're going to talk this to death, just like everybody else is before the season starts, but I just don't see any other route for Auburn as far as the back and forth of talking about all. I don't see another thing that's more important. I said this to you going on there. I don't know that there's ever been a more urgent season to win. We say this a lot as Auburn fans, seriously, but no, I'm being dead serious here because of everything that's riding on this. The future recruiting class, we have a ton of potential to have another outstanding recruiting class. I don't think we get a lot of those guys if we have a losing season. The guys we got on the team, we're going to lose a lot of guys at the end of this year period because some are going to go to the NFL. Some, only have 1 year left. You're looking at a veteran offensive line now. Mm-hmm. I know even though it's been built, but it's a veteran offensive line, maybe one of the better offensive lines we've had in quite some time. You're going to lose a lot of those guys after this year. And you're going to lose Keldrick Falk on defense. You're going to lose bottom line is the natural attrition plus some of the guys that you're probably going to lose in the transfer portal if you weren't to have a good year. So if you win.
If you have a good year, you're going to lose a couple.
Right. But if you have a good year, it changes the perception of how you lose them. And you got more people wanting to come to you now. And then probably your recruiting class is going to be another top 10 recruiting class when you sign in December and finish that off. I don't know that there's ever been more riding on a season, Andy, because Auburn and this coach staff kind of put themselves in this position. Now, they inherited a pile of crap. But this is year 3 going in, two recruiting classes under Hugh Freeze's belt, or his recruiting classes. It's time to win now. All the excuses are over. There's nothing else you can do. I think Auburn's visits, they've been great. I think from everything I've heard from players and from the coaches I've talked to directly at Auburn the last couple of weeks, there ain't anything else they could do, man. Nothing else they could do but now sit and wait and show everybody what they can do.
Well, everybody else is in from the Missouri as well, I guess. So everybody wants to see what's going on. And like you say, I mean, look, if Auburn were to have a losing season, it'd be the first time since the late 40s into the early 50s that this happened. Now, it was a lot different building a team back in those days. Now, if you do that, guys can leave. It's completely different. I think, people are already at the point where they're about to give up on Auburn. So they have to see something tangible.
Hey, look,
this is that year.
You and I both can agree that we don't blame them at all.
No. I'm at that point. So, and I'm not, I got no vested, I'm not getting paid by Auburn or anything. So, hey, I mean, yeah, it's important. There's no question about it. No pressure, Hugh. Don't worry about it.
Look, there's pressure every week now. Just go win the damn game, man. I mean, literally, there ain't nothing else you can say about it. And I talked to 2 coaches on Auburn staff this week that both said, we understand the mission.
Sure.
We understand the assignment.
Well, I think I saw somewhere that Hugh Freeze made a little over $500,000 a month. So, hey, deal with it.
Give me that
deal
pressure.
With the pressure.
Hey, I got a bunch of pressure, and I don't make near that.
We got to go. We got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Or did I steer the ship wrong?
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Zaxby's birthday cake milkshakes are back. Just in time for Zaxby's 35th birthday. So they're gifting you half-off handcrafted milkshakes. Happy birthday to us all. Zaxby's handcrafted milkshakes. Who's got the sauce?
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
There are quesadillas, and then there's Zaxby's giant chicken finger quesadillas, packed with their famous chicken fingers, cheese, and a whole lot of sauce. We're gonna need more napkins. Zaxby's giant chicken finger quesadillas. Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's.
The clock is ticking on the spectacular pre-owned truck sale now in progress at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Chevy, Ford, GMC, and Dodge trucks and Toyota trucks too. Full size and heavy duty, smaller trucks, work trucks. Prices and payments on all pre-owned trucks have been slashed. This is your chance to get a clean late model used truck at the price you want. And during the sale, special finance rates are now in effect. This sale may end at any time. One location only, Glenn Smith in Opelika, Alabama.
Welcome back. Welcome.
It's not my fault this time.
Yes.
No, it is absolutely.
Yes, it
no,
is.
it is not.
Welcome back, everyone, to Auburn Blitz. Brett. Oh man, you can't.
There's always.
I have no explanation. I apologize. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We got about 45 more minutes left in the show today. We'll try to make it through.
We'll try to fight through.
We are brought to you each and every day by Russell Dewitt Center. They got 9 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check them out. Today, they can beat the big box store. Also brought to you by Sensa Green, heating, cooling, and insulation for air that's cool and clean. Call Sensa Green. They are the carrier dealer, 334-487-3555. And finally, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation for all of your needs. No job's too big, no job's too small, commercial or residential. Give them a call today. J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. All right, Brett, how about we play a little overrated, underrated, or properly rated?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
SEC quarterbacks. SEC quarterbacks this year. Overrated, underrated, or properly rated.
Okay.
Let's start at the bottom.
Is this in rank order?
This is in alphabetical order.
Alphabetical.
Reverse alphabetical order.
Reverse, going by
Vanderbilt, Diego Pavia. That would be at the bottom.
What do I got to go off of?
Do you think he's overrated?
No.
Do you think he's underrated?
I think
do you think he's properly rated?
I think he's properly rated.
Okay. By what? I mean, what do you would think the general?
Well, I think
consensus
he was
about
probably underrated at New Mexico State.
No question.
All right, so then he goes and he gets an opportunity.
Is he overhyped?
I don't know that he is because he's pulled off some pretty dang good wins.
Well,
and I don't think he's
pulled off some historic wins.
Well, he has, but I don't think he's overrated.
Okay.
And I don't think he's underrated. I think people appreciate Diego Pavia for who he is. I think he's got ample respect. I think that's why he got a job in the SEC. So I think he's properly rated.
I think that was I think that I would agree with that. He definitely not overrated.
No,
that's for sure.
No.
Coming from Auburn's perspective, that's for sure.
No.
All right, Marcel Reed at Texas A&M came on the scene last year.
I mean, he was a popular guy in the portal. A lot of people thought, he may be a guy that Auburn was targeting at one time.
Yeah.
And then he decided that, may have even been offered something from Auburn and other schools, but decided to stick with Texas A&M. And, as a freshman, thought he performed pretty well for them. He's got some high expectations coming back this year. I think he's properly rated. I don't think he's overrated, and I don't think he's underrated. I think he's got high expectations for a team that just cannot get out of the 7-5, 8-4 window. I mean, Texas A&M, it don't make a damn how much money they spend or what they do. They just going to be 8-4. Now, I know Auburn people would die to have that on a consistent basis, but 8-4 ain't getting you anything but a bowl game. I mean, it really is.
It's not.
You're not getting to the playoff. Like 8-4 is like maybe the worst record because you had a decent season, but it ain't good enough to get you in the playoff, and so you have to settle for the Texas Bowl. And you go, well, does anybody care about that? And
no.
the players don't. They don't.
Half the team opts out.
So it's like you were right there with a chance to go play for something, but it's not quite good enough. But you didn't have a bad season, but in everybody's eyes now, 8-4 is like, well, Hugh Freeze said it. So if you don't make the playoffs, it don't make a rip what you do. I mean, 9-3 is even looked at as a disappointment now if you don't make the playoffs.
I thought Marcel was I thought he was underrated last year because I watched him when he came in off the bench against Florida,
right?
And I thought, wow, this guy's looked great. And then he played Auburn, and I saw him up close, and I thought, he may be a little overrated. So I think maybe I'm in the middle of back again at properly rated. So I still want to see what he does this year, but he's a tricky one, that's for sure. All right, here's Arch Manning at Texas.
Who knows? I mean, my God, I'd say.
I think there's only one that applies.
Overrated.
I think, because
nobody knows what the hell he's doing.
I mean, he's so hyped up. It's not even his fault. But
we said this when he was coming out of high school. And look, for the kid's sake, the last name, and his uncle and his, everybody that's his uncles and everybody that's come before him, his granddaddy, he's got a lot to live up to. And we said coming out of high school, I mean, this kid, he's already got the beast of burden on him before he's taking the snap. Well, he's had to wait a couple of years, and now it's his turn. Like, man, if this guy comes out
couldn't beat out Quinn Ewers.
That's what I'm saying. So, and now it's, I mean, I definitely go overrated here.
Yeah, I think most would agree.
Yep.
All right, we got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll continue down the list when we come back right after this.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensigreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in Carrier Cool Cash rebates. Visit Sensigreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering, or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you. About 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. I always like to remind you about Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines. Great place to get some tremendous food in the Montgomery and Auburn area. They got specials going on throughout the month of June, throughout all the summer months. Be looking for those. Go to their website and check those out. SteaksNWine.com. The letter N, Steaks in Wine.
I want you to hear some of these deals.
All right.
Seriously.
Daily lunch specials as well.
Daily lunch specials. But coming up June 20th, this Friday, Filet Friday. That's 2 8-ounce fillets, 2 twice-baked potatoes, 2 rolls out the door for $50. Are you kidding me, man? 2 8-ounce fillets?
That's
and all for $50?
That's one person at a restaurant.
Absolutely. And then on June 21st, on Saturday, they got prime Wagyu sirloin Saturday. 2 12-ounce sirloins, 2 twice-baked potatoes, 2 rolls for $40.
Wagyu.
Wagyu, not just your normal beef. And then fish and shrimp fry weekend on June 26th, 27th for $17.99. And June 29th through July the 3rd is their 4th of July specials. And hold on to your horses. These July 4th specials are unbelievable. I did one of them last year. We will be doing one again. The pre-cooked number 1 or pre-cooked number 2, whether it's the barbecue ribs, baked beans, potato salad, feeding 6 to 8 people for $120. $180 to feed 12. I mean, you think about that. If you went and bought slabs of ribs, did it all yourself, all the trimmings, everything like that, and you had to feed 12 people at your house, you think you're only going to go drop $180?
And you know what? How much time it takes to go to drive to Pepper Tree and pick it up versus cook it?
And just it's already done for you. And Jeff's the best. I'm just telling you, man. Don't take my word for it. Just go do it. And then you can come be a testimony. But they got the burger boxes too. Burger box 1 for $55, that's 6 Conecuh and 6 steak burgers. Or burger box 2, that's 12 of each for $110. I mean, and these aren't regular, these little cheap patties that fall apart. I mean, these things are, this is the real deal. I mean, you cannot do, it's almost like I want to call Kathy and go, is this right? And so, but anyway, that's how great Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine is, man.
Go and check them out today for sure. All right, we got SEC quarterbacks, overrated, underrated, or properly rated. What do you think? We left off Tennessee. They got the transfer from, ironically, UCLA, Joey Aguilar.
Yeah, this was a trade. This is another trade.
I mean, I don't even know enough about him to make
what expectations do they have? I mean, he's going to start because they lost, Emi Aliava.
Right.
So I'm going to say he's underrated because I don't know that there's any expectations coming in. Now, I've seen other things written about him, and they feel like, I've read some things where they thought that was an even swap.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, Nico had some pretty rough games last year.
He did.
Now, they won 9 games and got to the playoffs, but that Arkansas game stands out to me with Tennessee. You talk about laying an egg, man.
Oh, yeah.
Last play of the game, you're on the 20-yard line. There is no chance to do anything but throw it in the end zone. He ran out of bounds. What are you doing, dude? Nothing good can happen by you running out of bounds with zeros on the clock. You're behind.
I would have.
Just throw it up as high as you can in the air and see if you play a tip drill and maybe it lands in one of your guys' hands. But when you jog out of bounds, there is no chance for that.
I think I saw an Auburn quarterback do that one time.
I just don't bring up stuff for us. I'm trying to talk about this guy.
How about Lenoris Sellers at South Carolina?
I think he may be overrated a little bit.
Maybe a touch.
This is. Let me see what else you can do.
People already got him in a Heisman talk. That's overrated.
I don't know about that.
That's overrated.
Yeah, it's overrated, man. This is not it's not saying the guy's not good.
Right.
But when you say you're overrated, did you see all that coming out saying he turned down $8 million on an NIL deal? Do you really believe that?
Was that Auburn that offered him that?
Well, Auburn offered him something, but I don't think Auburn offered him that.
Yeah.
Again, there's a lot of embellishment going on out here in this world. I've talked to multiple college coaches from different places, and they all, there's a lot of lying going on, man. Just be honest about it. There's a lot of fibs and a lot of embellishment, and kids get there, and we're already seeing some kids say, oh, well, that ain't what they said they were going to do, and then they leave.
We saw the kid at Florida.
We saw it at Florida. We saw the kid that refused to play for UNLV last year.
Mm-hmm.
He said, well, that ain't what they said they were going to do. I ain't playing for that. And then you know what it is?
Well, didn't UNLV say they didn't have enough to pay?
Well, now they ain't got enough money to pay the coach. So, but here's what you run into with no contracts being signed either way, Andy. You got people out there on the hook just off words. Oh, come here, we'll pay you this. And that's going on. So, player beware. It's not all just what somebody tells you. And we've already seen a couple instances where players decide that – and look, it looks bad on that guy, doesn't it? When he goes, I ain't playing. Well, Andy, in the real world out here, man, somebody promises you something and you've made a commitment to them and they go back on their word. And you go and say, okay, don't worry about that. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Then you pretty much say, well, I'll just go do whatever, for whatever.
Yeah. He
stood up for what he was promised, and they didn't give it to him, so he left. I mean, what else are you supposed to do in that? You think a coach is going to keep coaching if a university told him he was going to get this, this, and this, and then when it came time to sign the papers were $3 million less than he agreed to come and do? Maybe Dan Mullen should have looked at the paper before he signed. But, I mean, it's business now. It really is a business decision.
No question. Austin Simmons at Ole Miss, very small sample size. You had basically, one drive against Georgia, but he went right down the field and scored. Everybody went, wow.
Oh, I know it.
How about this kid? So,
I know.
He could be underrated, but nobody just knows enough about him, I don't think, to make a true judgment.
Right.
John Mateer at Oklahoma, quickly.
I want to tell you a little bit more about him. I don't think we need to blow through John Mateer.
Right.
I think he's the best player in the country.
Really?
One of the best players. Maybe the best player. Maybe he's overstepping. Unfortunately, I got to go play him. But I think he's that good.
Well, we have to get a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air has teamed up again with the Food Bank of East Alabama and Montgomery Area Food Bank in an effort to reduce the high percentage of food insecurity within our communities. For every new Dixie Cares Plan membership purchase, Dixie will be donating 7 meals to partnered food banks. Over the last 3 years, Dixie, along with your help, has donated over 34,000 meals. Thank you for choosing Dixie and for helping us make a difference within our community.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Bugs Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bugs Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bugs Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bugsisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote. EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your boat or vehicle to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your vehicle the right way. Located at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328 for Superior Automotive and Boat Detailing.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Only about 20 more minutes left in today's show. We're looking at SEC quarterbacks, overrated, underrated, or properly rated. John Mateer at Oklahoma. You said this guy gives you the some pause here.
He does. You know, his numbers were phenomenal at Washington State, and he was the #1 quarterback in the portal. And, you know, I told y'all
Got his offensive coordinator there, too.
Got his offensive coordinator there, but I really wanted Auburn to go after him. And, you know, I told y'all that when he entered in, and I thought – and just I've also read some other things the last couple of weeks on him is that, you know, with Oklahoma – having a revamped team, kind of like Auburn. I mean, let's be honest, they laid a hard-boiled egg too last year, and Brent Venables on a hot seat. I mean, Oklahoma's not going to continue to stand for this like Auburn fans don't stand for it, no. Especially when Texas and Texas A&M around them are getting it done. So they bring in John Mateer. He can run, he can throw, and his numbers are astonishing. And I think he's going to prove in the SEC he's one of the best players in the country. And unfortunately, we got to play him in Week 4. But you know, Jackson, that's going to be a marquee matchup, man. I think if Auburn's undefeated going into that game, it could be maybe the game of the week. Seeing how those two teams match up, but you know, time will tell. I think he's properly rated. I think a lot of people feel like the ceiling's very high for him, even though he's already accomplished what he's accomplished at Washington State. There's a lot of people, I think, maybe expecting Oklahoma to win 10, 11 games this year with him at quarterback.
Yeah, he was the #1 quarterback in the transfer portal.
Right,
so.
right.
He can't be underrated. So
no, he's properly rated. He's properly rated.
I don't even know if I know Bo Pribula. I mean, at Missouri.
There's nothing to talk about here.
Again,
I mean, it's like there's no expectations right now. I mean, I mean, he can't be underrated or overrated. So, I mean, I guess just he is what he is.
I guess that's true.
But coming off of the guy they've had at quarterback for the last couple of years, there's high.
He better be good.
Well, I mean, I mean, so we'll see.
Yeah. How about Blake Shapen from Mississippi State?
No offense to Rush.
He got hurt last year.
Yeah, but no offense to Rush. I don't think it matters.
You don't think so?
It doesn't really matter what happens.
I think he could be slightly underrated because I thought he started out and got kind of found his groove midseason.
It don't matter.
He could throw for.
He can. I mean, what does it matter?
Now this one, I'm
surprised at this.
Garrett Nussmeier,
number one
from
pick
LSU.
in the draft.
I think he's overrated.
Number one pick. I've asked people, have I missed something here?
Yeah.
With Garrett Nussmeier.
Now he did throw for 4,000.
Well, I know he did
year.
because that's all they did.
Well, yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
but is he that guy?
I hadn't seen. I mean, I think he's not a bad quarterback.
I've seen 2 or 3 mock drafts has him number one.
I got him overrated.
He's overrated. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go with overrated too.
Now, Zach Calzada from Kentucky.
What's his angst with Auburn? I mean, he's come out and said a bunch of crap like he didn't even play. I mean,
he never even set foot on the field.
Yeah, he didn't set foot on the field because his arm was falling off. I mean, it said he leaves and had some coarse things to say about he can't wait to return to all. I mean, did anybody even remember you were here? And he went to Incarnate Word and had a great season, I guess, and then transferred to Kentucky.
Okay.
But Texas A&M beat Alabama. Mm-hmm. That was his claim.
Had one good game. Yeah.
Then came to Auburn, never played. Went to Incarnate Word, had a good season.
Okay.
Goes to Kentucky. Now, and all of a sudden, he's pissed at Auburn. I mean, just whatever.
I mean, there's
good luck. If we lose
many,
to him,
many quarterbacks have come to Auburn and failed out and then gone somewhere else.
I literally had somebody say about a month ago, said, that name's familiar. I said, well, it should be. He came to Auburn. They're like, really? That's how short amount of time he was relevant at Auburn.
Gunnar Stockton from Georgia.
I think he might be underrated a little bit. I think that, but I'm hesitant because we ain't seen enough of him yet. I mean, he was highly rated coming out of high school.
Okay.
And he came in and ended up winning the SEC championship game against Texas.
Yeah.
Now, he took a shot to the head. I mean, like, dude, it was like, God, is he going to be able to get up? And he popped up. I don't think he knew where he was. But kudos to him for coming in the second half and carrying Georgia to an overtime SEC championship.
He didn't look great against Notre Dame.
No, he didn't look. He looked bad. But again, I think he may be a little bit underrated based on. I don't think a lot of people are thinking he's going to do a lot this year.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say underrated.
All right, DJ Lagway, Florida.
I think he's properly rated. I think he's really, really, really
He got a lot of potential.
He's really good.
People feel like he could be really good now.
I'm taking DJ Lagway over Garrett Nussmeier. That's just me. If I were in the playground and I said, who you want, I'm taking DJ Lagway. And I'm also taking John Mateer over Garrett Nussmeier.
Only 3 quarterbacks left, Auburn, Arkansas, and Alabama. We'll find out after this break, right after this.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensigreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carry or cool cash rebates. Visit Sensigreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe. Call Sense Green.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Buying a home or property can be the biggest investment of your life. The Wisdom Firm is licensed to close any property purchase in the entire state of Alabama. The offices on both Bent Creek Drive in Auburn and Highway 49 South at beautiful Lake Martin. The Wisdom Firm has you covered. Give Travis and his team a call at 334-826-0722 or check them out at www.auburnlegal.com for all your real estate closing needs. No representation is made that the quality of legal services is greater than the quality of legal services made by other attorneys.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Better buildings, better prices, better buildings of Columbus.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
At Majestic Caverns, we believe in the power of unforgettable experiences. At a cool 60 degrees year-round, America's most historic caverns guarantees an enjoyable escape. But it doesn't stop there. With over 20 above-ground attractions, including 5 new ones this year, and our Cave Cafe, which offers delicious drinks and plenty of food options. And don't miss our exciting event, Libertas. On June 29th, July 6th, and July 13th, enjoy live entertainment and much more. At Majestic Caverns, your unforgettable adventure awaits.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz final segment on this Tuesday afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. SEC quarterbacks, overrated, underrated, properly rated. Jackson Arnold for your Auburn Tigers.
Oh, man, tough. One of the unknowns of the season. I mean, I think he's got a ton of talent. I don't know what to I think he may be a little underrated because coming out of high school, very talented. I thought his freshman year was okay at Oklahoma. And then last year obviously got benched and because his offense coordinator left, took the job at Mississippi State. So there's a little disconnect there and ended up coming back in at the end of the season. Had a big win against Alabama. Now, I didn't throw the ball very much, but ran pretty well. And they ended up dominating Alabama in that game. 24-3, I think, was the final score. So So I think he may be a little underrated. I think he's got some things to prove to people. I don't think anybody's overrating him. I think he was a good pickup in the portal based on potential, but he's got to go prove it. So I wouldn't say he's properly rated because I think there's a lot of people saying, hey, let's see what he can do. So maybe underrated.
He's one of those interesting guys that I think coming out of high school, he was overrated in that he was, I think, the number 3 quarterback in the country or number 3 recruit in the country coming out of high school, and it has not shown up yet in the college game. He didn't have the kind of year at Oklahoma where you thought, oh, well, this guy's, the best quarterback in the country. But now that he set himself up, that he could have a season where you could go, wow, okay, this guy's underrated.
Right.
So he could be the best of both worlds. We'll see with that. Taylon Green at Arkansas.
He's pretty good.
He is.
I think he may be properly rated. I think he came in against Auburn, played well on the road.
He did.
And, Auburn had Arkansas's number until last year.
I remember in the stands, I thought, good, he's kind of underrated.
Right. Well, I think a lot of people felt the same way.
He threw the ball so much better than I thought.
I think he's probably properly rated. I think there's some pretty decent expectations for Arkansas with him at quarterback.
I would agree.
So,
and finally, your boy, Ty Simpson.
I don't know why he's my boy, but, I think there's I hate to say he's overrated because I don't think anybody really knows what he can do. I mean, he tried. They tried to give him the job a couple times last year, and he couldn't do it. I mean, he tried to come in that Oklahoma game, and it was just not pretty. So, I mean, after Milroe was struggling, man. And so
I don't know anybody that's expecting a whole lot. So I don't think he's overrated.
I don't think he's overrated. I think he may be.
He may be properly rated.
I think he and Jackson Arnold kind of in the same boat. Let's wait and see.
A lot to prove from both of them.
They both have a lot to prove, and I don't think this is I don't think he's a bad quarterback at all, but I don't think anybody's just terrified. Now, he may come out and set the world on fire, but you're just going to have to be a
And at the end of the season, everybody go, wow, he was underrated.
Well, and everybody's like, why ain't he been played?
Yeah.
Or they may go, now we know why he wasn't played.
That is true. Okay, it is June the 17th. On this day, 1960, Ted Williams, Teddy Ball Game, hit his 500th home run. 1962, Jack Nicklaus won the U.S. Open at Oakmont. Oddly enough, the U.S. Open taking place at Oakmont this past weekend.
What a crazy golf tournament.
Oh, man. A great putt at the end of that one. Jack Nicklaus, in an 18-hole playoff with Arnold Palmer, won his first major title today in 1962. And where were you 1994? Kane, were you born in 1994? Okay. 1994, where were you, O.J. Simpson, in a white Bronco?
I remember exactly where I was.
do too.
I was in the lunch cafeteria at Birmingham Southern for Boys State.
Really?
Yes. And we were all sitting there, we'd really just gotten there. And all this, some TVs on, and everybody's like, what is going on up here? And it's like, so, yeah, I remember that distinctly. I roomed with David Hobbs' son, the coach at Alabama.
Really?
The basketball coach. Yeah, he and I had gotten close there for a few years and kept up with each other. I don't know where he's at now, but tall guy, obviously.
Okay.
But really good athlete. And then also roomed with a guy that ended up going on to Ole Miss to play baseball. His name was Harris Rhodes. So that was my suite mates for Boys State that week. But yeah, never forget. Where were you?
I was over at Jeffrey Kelly's house.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Shocking.
And I remember Fletcher Scott, Mr. Scott, my biology teacher in high school, and many people's, called over to Mr. Kelly and said, "You got to turn the TV on. You ain't gonna believe this." He said, and everybody there,
everybody knows.
There's a white Bronco going, and there's a line of police cars following, and we were all just like, "What? What? They think he killed his wife?"
And he's about to kill himself.
Shockingly, turns out he didn't, Brad.
Can you believe he was wrongly
Not guilty.
accused for that?
But anyway,
how do you lose the criminal side and just blown away with the civil side?
An L.A. jury.
So you get found not guilty, but I'm going to sue you for all this money. Oh, and we're going to find you guilty on that.
Yeah. Well, the burden of proof in the civil trial is.
I understand. Yeah, I know it, but still, how do you do that? I mean, that pretty much told you the whole thing was screwed up.
Yeah. How do you wear a glove?
Why did you make the dude try to put it on? And then he was like,
I'm not going to go into it.
I can't get my hand in there.
I'm not even going to go into it.
He had the Fred Sanford arthritis, didn't he?
Going to wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. He's Brad. I'm Andy. So long for now. We'll talk again soon.